You are going to disappoint everyone you love. Shouldn't you perhaps design how you are going to disappoint them? Because it is unavoidable. You have your own motifs, you have your own motivations, you have your own narrative, your own story, your own wants, your own wishes. It is natural for that to not be perfectly aligned with everyone around you at all times. And yet, for some of us, myself included, it's very difficult to accept that we are going to disappoint people. It's very difficult to offer ourselves, to perform, to have charisma, to have energy, to provide a story, to provide an energy, knowing that it will disappoint along the way. And will also be enjoyed along the way, and will perhaps succeed and perhaps hit a crescendo and all of these things, but disappointment is a feature, not a bug. This can be very energy depleting, as I said. We might overthink and overanalyze and plan to make sure we are as inclusive as possible of everyone, that we don't ruffle too many feathers, that we're not being too abrupt, or that we're not bothering too many people, God forbid. And because of that, a lot of time can be spent in the planning phase, which has its place when making a plan. The planning has its place, but as Churchill said, plans are useless, but planning is priceless, because when plans hit reality, they change. And so, enacting and embodying a philosophy that allows the plans to fall away, that accepts that disappointment will be a feature, not a bug, seems important. So my question to you this week is, can you disappoint people without it draining your energy and without projecting and making it their fault that they're disappointed? Can you just allow them to be disappointed and stand in that and continue on with what you're doing, taking on these bits of advice? Because maybe at a certain point you're just kind of like, okay, this isn't exactly the way the scales should be tipping at this point. But being able to carry out a project with the scales not being 100% approval, with a few disappointments along the way where you're like, unfortunately, that happened. Or unfortunately, I can't draw you into my energy. Or unfortunately, this just isn't for you, or just not today, or I'm having a bad day, or whatever the reason is. Can you disappoint and stand in it? Now, obviously I'm not just going to leave you with that question and leave you questioning reality and just at that point. So I'm going to bring it around to the virtues, of course. Because one, there's a particular virtue, detachment, having that as a virtue and not a vice. If detachment is something you think is 100% negative, you should never be detached, because that is being disembodied and that is being separate from your energy and separate from everything else. I would encourage you to meditate on that, or try to find like a twinkle, try and find a sparkle of something good in detachment, because it's kind of what I'm on about here in this video, is being able to offer something and allow for disagreement to happen without, because if you're too attached, that'll hurt, that'll really demoralize and disempower. So are you able to offer a joke to the world perhaps, and allow it to be critiqued, and then also allow it to be loved, and have the detachment to realize that both are just happening today, and in a week's time they're going to have forgotten the joke, and enjoy that and just revel in the fact that it's fleeting but it's fun, perhaps, as one example. So one is that particular virtue of detachment is many of us have a simply negative connotation to that word. And I don't think that's the way to do it. Second is the virtues writ large, meaning that all of the virtues are empowering, and they're, the way I conceptualize it is they are shiny and they draw you forward. To keep it in as simple a language as I can. They are the things that call you out from the safe space. They are the things that call you, that make you aspire, that make you want, that make you want to be bigger than you are, want to be more than you are, in a way that does judge you and can be a little bit harsh, but also is undeniable, and you're like, yes, I am courageous, authentic, assertive. I am these things. I want to be a bit more of these things in the right qualities and quantities. I want to be able to dance. So, using the virtues or meditating on them, I have found to be the best way to accept disappointment from others, because I am pursuing vitality. I am pursuing potential and energy. That's my equation. As I look out into the world, as I try to construct the world, or the small bit of the world around me, I am trying to help it afford me potential and energy in all different ways. Mind, body, spirit. So, vitality is one. Tenacity. Yes, I'm holding on to this tight and I'm not letting go. No, this moment is my moment, and you'll have to forgive me because I'm being tenacious. I'm on a head of steam here. I'm really going. I'm getting there. I'll come back. Sorry to disappoint. I'm not here for you at the moment. I am humble. It's like, yes, no, I do want to I want to learn. It's like, yeah, maybe my energy's wrong here. It's like, yeah, okay. I want to be humble. I want to pursue this. I want to be on a head of steam, but I don't want to think that I know it all. So yeah, no, I'm going here, disappointing the person because I'm going, and then I'm disappointing the other person on the other side because I don't have all the answers. I'm not here to have all the answers. I'm here to explore with you. Like, maybe. Or that's two separate people. Maybe it's the one person. And you're being assertive and you're being tenacious and you're being vital and chasing making this video. Getting through your morning routine. Getting through some project. Some shared experience with your child. These things that we do be tenacious about. We do not let go those things go. And then maybe as someone gives advice, it's like, yes, humility as well. I want to learn along the way, but we're still doing it. Or they really they really pull the rug out from under you. And you're just like, no, we're going. It's like, it turns out all the roads around are closed and you're not able to get out of the town. Okay, well, I suppose I better be humble, so I better accept that was a plan bigger than mine and that I have to roll with the punches and we have to go on to the next thing. Okay, how do we roll with the punches there? I wanted to kind of zoom in on that type of example because in that example, you're changing your mind but you're not losing steam. It's still disappointing people. It's disappointing yourself this time. Maybe disappointing the other person that it took so long for you to come around or whatever it is. But you're still chasing. You're still moving forward. You did not, really importantly, you did not come to a standstill, look to the person who is disappointed and ask them what you should do. Because even when you're disappointing someone, they still want you to be they don't want you to be a slave. They want you to be an assertive, powerful person. They want you to be a partner. They want you to be a friend. They want you to be a son or daughter. They want you to be a mother or father. They want you to be these things which are you being a powerful individual. And having that aspirational quality, having that motivated quality, having that quality where You are potential and energy to them. And if you lost that spark of life, oof, I don't think they ever meant their disappointment to push you in that direction. So, with all of that said, can you disappoint your friends, your family, your partner in a way that you can stand in it? That you accept that as part of the project, part of the dance, and you learn along the way. Do you have detachment? And perhaps can the virtues draw you forward and keep your momentum moving, even when things are changing, even when plans are shifting, even when people are getting disappointed, even when the crowd around you is developing, maturing, changing, fleeting? Can you keep your momentum through different things? Because that is attractive to people. And that is what will gather momentum and gather steam. Because part of me is afraid that we're in a world where such aspirations are left only to those outside of town, those from a far off land that are impressive and have some status symbol. And the people that you know every day, nah, not them. And I'd love to bring it a bit more local for real aspiration to live locally. And that, of course, means that there's an acceptance of disappointment. With all of this, I hope you've had a great week. I hope you're looking forward to the week to come. And I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.